Hey guys, Coach Kevin here with the Silver Edge, and if you have knee pain when you squat, I want to show you 4 rehab moves to help eliminate that. Usually the problem is when we have people that have knee pain when they squat, actually the problem comes from the hips almost always, and it's usually a tight IT band that is the culprit. So I'm going to show you 4 rehabilitative moves that you can do. Usually I like to put these in before my workout to help you regain some strength and some mobility in your hips in order to help alleviate some knee pain when you squat. So the first one is we're going to foam roll our IT band. So your IT band is actually fascia. So it's this fascial tissue that runs from your hip, the top of your hip here, all the way along the outside of your thigh and attaches in at the knee. To foam roll that, we'll come over on our side, and starting at the top of the hip, we'll start rolling. I like to have this foot out here, and that can help me. I can take some of the pressure off if this is too painful, and just roll. And when you find those tight spots, you want to stop, breathe into it, maybe just pulse right there, spend a couple minutes moving up and down the leg all the way to the knee. Now, if this doesn't hurt and you think you can work your way up to this, that's an even better foam roll. But the idea here is we want to start breaking this up a little bit. And of course, we'll repeat and do both sides. Now, that foam roll is great for if you have knee pain. It will temporarily alleviate some of that pain. But it won't do anything in the long term to actually fix the root of the problem, which is, again, is going to be that hip mobility, hip strength issue. So the next 3 exercises that we're going to show, these are the things that you need to do probably daily to start to rehab that hip. The first is a 90-90. So it looks like this. I'm going to start with this front leg, and it's going to be straight out in front at a 90-degree angle. This back leg is even with my shoulders. It's at a 90-degree here. I'm going to take this hand and put my fingers facing back. So the palm of my hand's facing forward, chest up. And I want to drive this knee, I want to make a connection with this hip muscle to drive that knee down into the ground. And I'm going to keep a nice straight spine here, lean forward for 5 seconds, really feel that stretch. Come back up, forward, hold that for 5 seconds. Again, breathing into that, not holding my breath. Come back up, and we'll do a set of 5 of those maybe per side, and I would do probably 3 sets of those. So as soon as you finish that, you'll come back again, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here, this palm facing back, chest up and forward. And that's your 90-90s. Again, I do 3 sets of 5 per side, and maybe you can start to add on that as you get a little more comfortable with that movement. And our second movement is a Mcgill Airplane. And for this, I like to put a barbell in the rack right at about, this is a little lower than chest level, so it's right in here. And I'm just going to use this to stabilize myself. And we're going to send that back leg out, and we're going to drop our torso forward. Our hips are square to the ground, and we're going to rotate out. Hold for 5 seconds. Rotate back. Rotate out. Hold for 5 seconds, rotate back. And of course, we would do that on both sides. Now, our final exercise here is a lateral walk, a banded lateral walk. I've got a super band here. You put that right above your knees. Your feet will be just outside of shoulder width apart, and you'll drive those knees out and step. Probably want to do 10 steps per side. Now, if you don't have one of these bands, just a regular band will work. We can do what's called a banded X walk. You step in, grab, I'm going to make a little X here, grab below my knees, pull up. And again, those feet just outside of shoulder width apart. Get in that partial squat. Get those steps side to side. And I would do 3 sets of 10 each side on that. So there you have it. If you've got knee pain when you get into that squat or as you're coming up out of the squat, very likely the culprit's going to be in the hip area. And these 3 exercises, or 4 exercises if you include that IT band foam rolling, will do wonders to help alleviate that in no time at all. So again, I would encourage you to put these exercises in at the beginning of your exercise, and hopefully that'll help you squat pain-free.